Okay, so this is the exercise including Tai Chi, the way you should breathe, and the stretching, and the more about what are those exercises will prevent you to have an accident and fall, the balancing, the flexibilities. And then also, what about this situation that you need to do the shifting because the mobility issues? How do you do the weight shifting and so forth? So,
Rachel, it's
yes.
Marie. Is your sound turned up? Um,
Uh, Let me
I had, a couple people were saying they have a little difficulty hearing you. I can hear you. Just want to make sure that your sound was fine, is turned up.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody can hear me now? I can.
So everybody just make sure on your own system that you have your volume on and you have it turned up on your computer or whatever you're using to listen, your iPad, however you're coming to us.
So I have this mic that with me right here.
Yeah.
So you should be able to hear it. Oh, there's a up button, so let me push it. Is it get better? Louder? So are we okay, Marie?
I think we're fine. I mean, I can hear you just fine. So hopefully everyone has been able to control their sound and put it up a little.
Okay, I'll speak louder. All right, here we go. So that is a little background about me and the Tai Chi. And my father, who passed away, he does Tai Chi all his life. I never understand why it's so slow because I was young and doing aerobic. Now I understand there's a philosophy about doing Tai Chi, which we'll go through it in my handout. So with that saving time, I want to have more time to do exercise today. So I will go the screen sharing. This is all recorded. So don't worry and don't get panic. And you can always go recording all the way back to 2 semesters. So I'll show you that. So I will do the okay. Marie, well, good. Everybody see the screen?
Yes, it's up in front of us.
All right. So this is third time we do this classes. So for those who coming back to the class again, welcome back. For new peoples, the purpose of this class is trying to promoting the Tai Chi breathing, stretching, exercise to NKA community. Um, um, the breathing is so fundamental, and as we grow older and older, we forgot really how to breathe properly. So that is the focus of this class. Uh, I put out 3 reference. The first 2 are the books that address the exercise in this class. And I want to list here to give them the credit for the information I extract from their book. And the third bullet is the Fit and Fall program. Now there's a link will take you to Health and Welfare website, and there's a exercise video exercise kind of like this one, 10 minutes each. So it's very handy. So take a look at them if you have chance. The next one is individual linking to the recording for each class that happened in the last 2 semesters. You just click, and there's a hand show up there, and then just take you to the YouTube. That's basically what that is. So quickly go through the presentation. We talk about this martial arts, and we also talk about internal martial arts. What are they? They're basically this kind of breathing, stretching exercise, and then there's a individual exercise, which the one I am focused on for this class is called 13 Grand Preserver, which is 13 different independent exercise, the movement. You can just remember all 13 and do it individually. Exercise, which one, only remember 4, do 4. They are separate. Then we have this thing called Tai Chi Chuan. Tai Chi Chuan is really a sequential Tai Chi movement all together. And then there's a Tai Chi 64, which I learned. And then there's also a Tai Chi 128. So I was taught 64. Now, quickly talk about really the fundamental importance of this is your posture. The posture is so important that everything depended on your posture being straight, okay? And it helped maintain a straight and flexible spinal curve is because your posture is correct. And then from the postures, you have to exercise so that your muscle and tendon is stronger and strength to hold that postures. Kind of like building the house, you have foundation, then you have to put all these other things to make the foundation straight. And that is muscle and tendon, and that is exercise to strengthen muscle and tendon. One of the thing about the posture is when you stand up straight, you actually increase the circulation, and then you can exercise your arms and leg freely because your posture is straight. So in order to do correct postures, so you have to make sure that you stand up straight, not curving. So how do you stand up straight? And I always tell people, if you feel your ear and shoulder and hip is in a straight line, you kind of know. You're supposed suck it in your stomach and, chest up and chin up, and that ear and shoulder and hip sort of in line. If you still don't know, I will show you later when we do exercise. There's a way to kind of force you to be straight. So when you stand up straight, you feel like there's a string pull up your head from the sky, and your feet is rooted like a big tree to the ground. Okay, and when you breathe, and you breathe at your own pace, but you have to breathe in a way slowly and follow kind of this internal rhythm, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and just your own pace. Okay, and before you do exercise, make sure you're calm and relaxed. All right. Before I forgot, if you get a chance today, if you type in a chat and say where you come from, so I can get a feeling how many people from, where the location, the people coming to this class. So the next one is word of caution. Not everybody is suitable for yoga or Tai Chi as well, or any kind of exercise if they're not in the good physical conditions. So the first thing is you need to check with your doctor. Am I okay to do this exercise? And most of the time, I think doctor recommend Tai Chi because Tai Chi help you balance and flexible and so forth. But then there's some situation when people have osteoporosis, perhaps, and you do not want to do any exercise that was involving with twisting, and that is not good for osteoporosis. So check with your doctor first. Oops. Okay, I think, yeah, okay. That's right. That is correct slide. So let's talk about breathing. it's easy to say because we breathe every moment of our life. But then when a new baby was born, the baby know how to breathe deeply. But when we grown up, stress from the daily life or anxieties, we forgot how to breathe properly. So you look at the picture on the right hand side. You inhale through the nose. You go in through this front. The vessel in the front is called the conception vessel, all the way down to where the navel is. Uh, about 1 inches about the navel is what the Tai Chi mentioned, dantian, which is energy reservoir. So you should breathe all the way deep down to dantian. It's hard at the beginning, but when you relax, and you should be able to breathe that deep. So the energy going under and coming back to the back vessel called the governing vessel is on your spinal cord, all the way through back of your head and top of your head, comes through the nose and through your mouth. Exhale. That's where the breathing closed loop is look like. You will say, well, Rachel, that's a long time. Yes, it is a long time, but you have to breathe slowly. And then feel it. Feel it. Or if you cannot feel it, imagine it, that closed loop, the closed loop circles. So actually, the breathing is the way QI is energy. Qi naturally circulate in the human bodies. Okay, and Tai Chi suggested when you doing this breathing, and your tongue is actually touch the upper range of the upper teeth inside. Just kind of have a closed loop, a circle. So I just talked about this chi movement through this closed circle earlier. And then I also mentioned about you need to breathe deeply into dantian, which is energy reservoir, and exhale through the mouth. All right. So that's how you breathe. We talk about we're going to do a 13 grand preserver, which is 13 different type of exercise. If you kind of glance through it, they all have a name for each one of them. They all have similar name after animals, like tiger, dragons, stuff. We'll go through each one of them. I will kind of help you remember all 13 by telling you 4 different stories. Then you'll remember the story, and then you will remember the movement. So what is those Tai Chi exercise will benefit you? We mentioned earlier, it creates a strength for your muscle and tendons, and it provides you the energy, which is oxygen you breathe, and so forth. So another thing about this exercise, because you are so concentrate on your breathing in and out, so your mind is actually disciplined for the concentration of your breathing, and you are actually doing what they call the mindfulness exercise, mindfulness meditation. You know what things going around you when you concentrate on your breathing, but you make no judgment. So you're in a meditation mode. All right. So, and it was actually a discipline to train you to be calm and perseverance and patient and determinations. It is mind and body and mental and physical well-being. So that's why they promote Tai Chi exercise, because they have so many benefits. Along with Tai Chi exercise, people see the symbol, this yin and yang symbols. It is basically a Tai Chi philosophy. In the universe, there are 2 primary forces, is yin and yang. Okay, they are one positive, yang is positive, yin is negative. So they are not opposed to each other, but they are complement to each other as one whole circle. So the goal is to achieve the balance of the two. All right. So those two forces is transformed in nature in your real life. For example, you have a good night's sleep. That is yin. Then you need to get up and do some exercise, daily activities, and this and that. That is yang, so that you balance with the energy from the sleep. Now, if you do a lot of work all day long, and that's yang, and then you need to rest or sleep, and you need to go back to yin. So that is where we see yin and yang in our daily life, and the goal is trying to balance the two. Too much sleep is not good, make you sick. Don't sleep and always work is gonna make you sick too. So the balance is the key. The next one is we talk about quickly going to Tai Chi 64. We're not going to teach the 64 in this class. No space and no time. This requires a lot of dedication on your part to be patient enough to learn all 64. It took me 1 year to learn it, so we just kind of let you see what it's all about. It is the movement for all 64 movement. Okay, and then again, why is all the 64s there? Is trying to achieve the balance of that two primary force, which is yin and yang. So if I listed all 64 and color it, you can see there's a lot of repetitive movement, and they connect to each other sequentially. So 64 is not that hard, a lot of repeat. So the next one is, what is the movement? You start seeing all this number, and the interesting is the very first step, you're facing north. And then you go into the east and the west and all this left and right type of thing. You end up to number 64. Guess what? They're facing north. So the reason facing north is magnetic field, and that helps the circulation in the human bodies. And it's very interesting to me to see how you can go through all this movement and end up in the same facing north. We will pick up the first couple of those Tai Chi movements and in our just exercise and just get your feeling about sequential movement. So the class format is such that we have 60 minutes and we have 5 classes. We have today and next for Monday. The very last one is October 24. It's 10 o'clock using the Zoom only. The first 25, we'll do the breathing. Then we'll do some stretching and the strength, and also the weight shifting and balancing. The next 25, I like to focus on that 13 grand preserver exercise. Just kind of show you how to do it correctly. And the last 10 minutes, we want to exercise our hand, the fingers, and our feet, and cool downs. So with that, the very last page is give you the class link. And just keep this, and you can just make sure that's the link here for all 5 classes. With that, I want to back to is everybody hear me okay? Yes?
We can hear you. If you want to go a little longer today and anyone wants to stay on, we can do that.
Okay.
I know that because it's taken you some time to get through your introduction of the classes, and I'm just saying if anyone wants to stay on, Rachel, you can go longer if you'd like to today.
Okay. All right. I just go ahead do a short version of the format, and we'll see where we are. We got about 30 minutes left, and I can go a little longer, but I don't want to exhaust you, so give you a little time to do the question answer and just see where you are. Okay, with that, I am going to start. So you two, get the chairs if you don't have that ready, and water. Okay, and
Battery 100%. Connected to iPad and iPhone 2.
because I'm a music person, so I always like to have a music with my exercise, and then the rhythm go with it. And so I am going to. You hear music, okay? All right. So if you don't have a chair ready, it's time to get chair or something. I have this climbing ladder used in the kitchen, and this is just right for me to be a support system. So, and I think you can see my feet. All right. So first things is you have something you can grab in case you're out of balance. Okay. Second things, are you straight? We talk about the ear, shoulder, and hip in the straight line. Kind of feel like, it's probably there. But if you're not sure, root your elbow on your waist and open it up. Then you're straight. When you know this straight, your chin's up, your chest up, and your tummy is in, right? Third thing is, are you balanced? Right now, I'm in shoulders apart on my leg, 50-50, okay? 100 is the way I'm saying your balance. So 50-50, that's 100. Now, if I put my right leg forward, I bend a little bit forward, okay? And that's 80. I put it in my front leg, the bending leg, 20 in the back. I am balanced. Now, when you bending, one more thing that I always want to emphasize is your knee is bent in a way such you can briefly see tip of your toe, so you're not over bending. Okay, you don't want to over bending. That's not good for your knee. All right, so we're talking about 80 and 20. That's 100. Now another one is 95 on one leg, and the tiptoes kind of laying to the other leg. That is 5. That is 100. So you're balanced. And then there is 100 by itself. That's balance. So it's all about balancing. So we have 3 things: support, straight, and balance. Now let's go ahead and do some breathing exercise, and raise your arm and just scoop that oxygen into your nose. Inhale, and pushing down, exhale through your mouth. So we're gonna do 2 more. Inhale and out. And the very last one, in and out. The next one, you pivot your toe, heel toe to the right side. And do the same thing. Inhale. And heel toe, back to the center and out through the mouth. On the other side, pivot to the left and inhale through the nose and back to the center, out. We're gonna do one more time. In, center, out. And the other side, in, center, out. All right. The next one, make the shoulder width a little wide. The 2 feet is a little bit wider than the shoulder width. And you're gonna do the squatting. Squatting is kind of like riding on the horse, right? And then again, when you do any bending, that knee is not over the tip of the toe, and that's correct bending. Now you open your arm, scoop that oxygen from the floor. Remember your body is straight up. And touch the sky, inhale, and pushing down. We're gonna do 2 more. In, and out. And the last one, in, and out. So next one is your shoulder. Kind of scoop that oxygen and open really wide by kind of lean forward. Now, when you lean forward, your back is straight. That means you had a tailbone like the cat had a tail. That tail has to be pointed at the sky, so make your back straight. So you're not curving. Your back is straight. Okay? So you go forward and open your shoulders wide. And inhale. And coming back, exhale. One more time. In. And bending back. Remember, back is straight. One more time. In. And that tail is pointing at the sky, out. All right. So also the next one is we're gonna do a self-compassion breathing. I think it's important. You always compassion to yourself. So feet shoulders apart and both hands in front of your heart. You want to close your eyes, that's fine. Make sure where the chair is so you feel dizzy. You can't open the eyes and hold the chairs. So, inhale and exhale. We got 2 more. In through the nose and out through the mouth. We got last one in and out. And in and out. Then put both your hands on your tummy, solar plexus. In and out. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And the very last one in and out. Next one, put both your hands on both sides of your cheek. In and out. In and out. And the last one in and out. Next one, give yourself a hug. In and out. In and out. And in and out. The very last one, cross the finger and pray. In and out. In and out. The very last one, in and out. All right, that's self-compassion exercise. Breathing. So next one, we want to do the stretching from the neck all the way to the knee, and I will just do a shorter version of that. So very first times you have ear touch the shoulder as far as you can get. We're going to do 2 breathing. Inhale and exhale, and in and out. Then stop right there. Tilt your head so you can look at your feet, the toe. the tip of a toe. So you feel your muscle on the back is stretching in and out, in and out. Now tip move your head upwards and look at the sky. Now, how do you feel the muscle in the front is stretching? Inhale and exhale. In and out. Now, gently turn down to the other side and turn down to the other side. Now we gotta do the other side. So this ear, try to touch the shoulder. And inhale and exhale. And one more time, in and out. And tilt your hair, look at tip of your toe. So the muscle is stretching in the back of your neck, in and out, in and out. Now tilt your head, look at the ceiling. Feel the muscle in the front stretch, in and out, in and out. Now tilt your head down and up. All right. So raise your arm, cross over to the other shoulder, and put the hands over. Inhale and exhale. Just one more time. In and out. Now raise this hand up high, high, high. See whether you can bend over, touch your back. While you're there, give yourself a pat. You're a very good person. You do exercise. And the other hand, go over and grab the palms, grab the tip of the elbow. Not just pushing pressure on the tip. That's not good. Grab it, pushing downward. Inhale and exhale. We got one more. In and out. Gently let the arms down. Now we gotta do the other side. Go forward, cross over, and do this. In and out. In and out. Raise this hand high, 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 high to the sky and see whether you can bend over and give yourself a pack. And the other hand, grab the elbow and pushing down, in and out and in and out. All right, gently put the arm down. So just take care our neck, and we'll do more shoulders. So shoulder go up, front, down, back, up, front, down, back. Two more. Up, front, down, back. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the other way. Down, front, down, back, up, front, down, back, up, front. 3, 2, 3, 4. And last 2, 3, 4. So just kind of roll your shoulder forward and roll back. Okay. So the next things we want to do, just a hip. Pretend you're standing there and there's 4 corners. The front 2 corner and the back 2 corner. So hand on the hips. So you turn to the corner, make sure the hips go to that corner. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. And the last 2, 3, 4. The other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. And the last 2, 3, 4. All right. So that's hip and the knee, feet together. And remember, we bend forward. What? You gotta tack cattails that is going to point at sky so that your back is straight. So the hand is above the kneecap, not on the kneecap, never on the kneecap. So that's no, no, no. So put over here. And if you have osteoporosis, don't do this one because we are swimming circle of the knee to the right. Circle 1, circle 2, circle 3, circle 4. The other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that again. The other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. The other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's it. So we finished the stretching. Now I like to kind of do the weight shifting, just do a couple. So feet shoulders apart, 50-50. All right. So you can lean to the, make sure your feet is kind of in diagonal, not front, okay? So you can move a little bit. You can lean to the right a little bit and come back to 50-50 and lean to the other side and come back 50-50. So 80-20, 50-50, 80-20, 50-50, very minor saddle move, okay? All right. So this is called weight shifting. Your arms up, you're grabbing a big beach ball. All right. You're gonna write a number 8. So let's go. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now the other way, in, out. In, out. Okay, that's weight shifting. It's kind of like a swing dance, right? Your balance that you swing, weight shifting. Now, that is horizontal weight shifting. Let's do the vertical weight shifting. One leg is in front of the other one, about shoulder width. Feel 50-50. And go a little further so you can do a little bending. So go kind of do 80-20 for me. Come back to 50-50. 80-20. You're shifting, right? Forward, come back. Now, raise your arm and grab the oxygen to your mouth. Inhale through the nose and 80-20 forward, pushing out. Very subtle. Let's do one more. In and out. It feels so good. Let's do one more. In and out through the mouth. See, you just do that one of the Tai Chi movements there. So let's do the other leg. The other leg in front, 50-50. Maybe a little wider so I can do a little 80-20 bending. So it's 50-50, 80-20, 50-50, 80-20, 50-50. Raise the arm, scoop the oxygen. Inhale. And 80-20 out through the mouth. We'll do 2 more. In, out, and in, out. All right. So that's the weight shifting. Now let's do the balancing, or just the short version of the balancing. We talk about 95.5 and 100, right? So if you do 95.5, you open it up, you balance. Now, in order to balance, there's a secret, is you have to focus, not only balance to 100, you always have to focus something on the wall that is not moving when you turn 100. So now I'm turning 100. I'm looking at the picture on the wall and not moving. I am balanced. I'm counting to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you start wobbling, quit and hold the chairs. And the other side, 95.5, open. Look at the spot on the wall that is not moving, and 100, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's balance. So the goal is 30 seconds. So let's go ahead and move on with what I like to do is the very first one of the 13 grand position preserver. So there are 13 movements. This very first one is called Tiger Sleep on Nanshan Peak. Okay, we just go do a quick review about this. So in order to do the 13 preserver, you have to have a base position. The base position is your heel touched together, and they are 45 degrees. So that's my feet. And your fist facing upward and is on your waist. That is your base position. Every time you finish exercise, you come back to this base position. You starting exercise, you start with base position. So the very first one is called Tiger Sleep on Nanshan Peak. So your right leg go 80-20. Your posture is straight up, right? And your left, this hand touch dantian, the other hand touch the ear, and the fist is parallel with the ceiling. So that's inhale, and back to the base position, exhale. The other side, 80-20, touch, and raise up, touch. Body straight, inhale, this is inhale, come back, exhale. So do one more, 80-20, touch, 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 in, base position, out. The other side, 80-20, touch, touch, in, and out. So that is all I want to show you for the first class, is the first one of the 13 gram preserver. So next section, we want to do the exercise about finger and the feet. So I will change the music with some rhythm. The rhythm is always very good for your memory, and I like to use in my exercise. Okay, you hear the rhythm, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Well, follow me. So we're gonna do the fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we're gonna turn the thumb exercise. So just follow me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Last 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn the thumb. Just the thumb. Finger. Middle finger. Ring finger. Pinky finger. The other way. Ring finger. Middle finger. Second finger. Thumb. Open, close. Open, close. Open, close. Open, close. One more time. Close. Open, close. Open, close. Open, close. Turn. The other way. The other way. The other way. Now you're gonna go swimming. Pull the rope. Now you're gonna climb the rock. 1, 2, ready, climb. Go pull the rope. 1, 2, pull the rope. Back to the swing. 1, 2, ready, swing. I always say we have 4 dogs and they always come during the exercise. We have to pat them and then give them a dog biscuit. Here comes the dog. Pat. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are all good dogs. Give them a biscuit. Another biscuit. Now go tell them to go to take a nap. They still don't go. Tell them to go take a nap. Okay, we'll rest. Okay, that's about hand exercise. We'll add more. Are you okay? Good job. And drink some water. This part is trying to get your cardio going up a little bit. Okay, so we did the hand exercise. Now we do the feet exercise. Very simple one. So, your feet, maybe shoulder apart, just a little bit, straight. Listen to the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the beat. So we start with front, side, back, home. Front, side, back, home. Ready? 1, side, back, home. side, back. One more time. Front, side, back, home. And front, side, back, home. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3. Stop. All right. Walk around. All right. I'll do a really quick preview about a little faster. So instead of front, side, back, home, we add the front and side and back and home. So this leg gets to do exercise. 1, 2, ready, go. Front and side and back and home. Front and side and back and home. Front and side and back and home. And front and side and back and home. Front and side and back and home. Front and side and back and stop. All right, just walk around. That's probably all we need to do. Right now, the very last one I want to show you is pumping the blood from your feet to your heart when you get tired sitting and on the airplane or riding the car. So you just tap your toe in the front 8 times, just tap. Follow the rhythm, and then on the side, and 8 times, and then go swing 8 times. Okay, we only do about 2 times today. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Swing, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, front, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Swing, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stop, walk. Okay. All right, that helps pump the blood from the feet to your heart. So we gotta do the other leg. The feet go 8 times to the front, 8 times to the side, and swing 8 times. 1, 2, ready, go. Front, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Swing, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, second time. Front, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Swing, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stop. All right. Okay. All right. We almost finished our the format of the class. So the very last one is you have just do a little aerobics. So stand up there, inhale, and exhale through the mouth. And one more time, inhale, and exhale. Another one in, and out. Now, if you would have a seat, this is usually we cool down and we sit down and we finish up the program. Okay. And the very last thing is to write your name with your foot, which is a lot of people don't do it, but I find out that's very helpful. I learned that from where did I learn that one? Physical therapy? Yes, with my father, because he lost the mobility. So the right leg is your first name, and the left leg is your last name. Just lift your leg and start writing, okay? And then we have 2 words. The words I have for today is you do that first and last name, and then you come back to do love yourself. Love yourself. Okay, so let's go. Right leg, your first name, I can't see you, so I'm done mine. Now, the other leg, last name. Okay. So I'm done with my last name. So the next go around is love, Love. You gotta speak out even though I cannot hear you. Love. All right. The next leg is yourself. So Yours, yourself, right? SELF. All right, that close our today's program. We're gonna have next 10 minutes. Do a little question answer if you have any. So this is a little quick review about what we do in the class. So I will go ahead and have question answer.
Does anybody want to get off mute and ask any questions to Rachel? I don't see anything in the chat that you had any questions. And I do see there was some people from Treasure Valley. We even had one from Ratham, I think it was. So I see that everyone realizes we've got classes for the next 4 weeks. And like I said, you'll get on the same way you did today using the same Zoom link. Want to thank Rachel for her time, her expertise. I know each week she's going to get a little more into the Tai Chi and you're going to learn different movements throughout the class. So hopefully you'll be able to attend all of them. And if you can't, like I said, we will be recording them. You'll be able to watch them. We're in our fall season now, and it's just want to let you know that if you want to sign up for any other classes that are coming up through NKA, you can go to our CVent site and still sign up for anything that is upcoming up through November. We do have a couple classes coming up this next week that you can surely attend. There happens to be, if you're interested, this week on Thursday, there is a volunteer, I guess they're calling it a volunteer party. So if you're in Boise, you would be able to go to the AAP office. You need to sign up for that, though. It's at noon, and it's a volunteer gathering. But just want to make sure that you all know that there are several things to sign up for. And we're happy to have Rachel give us these instructions. And I do see a question that's coming from, I think, Lynn. She said, do we mirror the exercise or make sure we use the side of right or left as she instructed, meaning as you instructed?
Okay. To answer that, I find out the type of exercise I do, you can mirror image, even though my side happen to be your left, but the movement is the same because I'll do on the other side. So that will help. I do know other instructor trying to say, this is my left, that is my right, just so you can follow. I try to avoid left and right because I get tangled in my thinking about which one is right and left. So thank you for addressing that. I think either side will work. You can emit on one side, you get to do the other side anyway. So that will work. I hope that helped. Another thing is there's couple feedback about the volume, and then I hear it was okay, and the recording probably going to show you what the volume is. If you really have a volume issues, my email address is in the handout. You can send me an email and I will zoom in with you and see whether I can help you to do your setting, and we can just practice. I use Zoom all the time, so maybe I can help you for the volume setting. All right. So I hope this is
There's a question, looks like someone is asking about the handout, the printout. I'm not exactly sure what you're asking, Debbie, but you can print that from the email we sent. If you click on it and you get the handout itself, you'll need to either, if you have a printer at home, or you can direct it to a printer. I'm not sure how else you would get that printed. Since we did,
using the way that I got on today, I go back to that email and there's a way to get to the printout.
yes, it's connected to the email. You should see that there is a, I think it's a red line, and you click on it and it says, it takes you to the handout, and then you'll have the handout in front of you. The pages will be there.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome.
um,
Okay, any other questions? At this point, we're about 10 after 11. Normally we'll start at 10 and end at 11. So we've gone over just a little bit, but no problem. Rachel's agreeable to that. So thank you for those of you who stayed on and have been with us this whole time. That's great. And I think I'll go ahead and sign off unless there's any other questions. I'm the one that would start the meeting and end it, so I'll end it, and like the recording will be ending also. And like I said, in the next day or two, the recording will be online where you can find it. You would go to the YouTube channel. You would just put NKA Idaho. That's what it is. You put NKA Idaho, and then you'd be able to, it'll pull up all of our classes, and it will go back to the ones even last year that we had in the spring quarter. But this one will get posted, and they're kind of just all in sequence. So if you don't see it immediately, just go back and keep looking. They're like I said, they're all kind of lined up. As we have classes, they get posted. Okay, Rachel?
yes, I will copy the link for the recording and put it on the chat next time we meet, if you struggle with that.
Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording.